What's going on, everybody on YouTube? It's SVT Vasquez back at it with another video, back at it with another banger, man. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I got state ref. Let's start the show.
I'm on TV! Oh shit! First cops, now this? Oh man, I'm be a star, son!
If you guys watched my last smog video, I actually got state ref in the Mustang. It wasn't even my fault. So when I went to go smog my car, which I had passed previously in 2018, I went to go smog it again at the same place, and they told me, hey, you've been state refed. We got an alert. We can't do the smog for you. You have to go to the DMV and talk to them. So long story short, I got in touch with state ref. They said I am state refed, and that I have to set up an appointment with the ref and pass smog with the ref. So like I was saying, I called up the state ref and asked them why exactly I got state ref. They said it wasn't nothing I did. Apparently when the car was smogged before me, which was 2016 when the dealership smogged it, something came up, some abnormality came up, and they didn't catch it until this cycle, which was 4 years later. That's what the state ref told me. I'm going to be going into more detail into what I'm doing personally and what's going on with the car right now. And I actually need your guys' help as well too. So first of all, I started off with the exhaust. I knew for sure my exhaust wasn't going to pass smog because it came with the Borla tax. And shout out to one of my Instagram friends. He actually had a Cobra that he didn't need his stock exhaust for, so he sold me his stock exhaust. So I have a full catalytic converter stock exhaust in there. That was step one. Step two was making sure that I was on a stock tune. So I took it to Ford to get it flashed back to stock to make sure that there was no tune in there. So when I go to state ref, so the ECU is how it would be from factory. So I took it to Ford. They flashed it for me. They said it should be good now. So I have the paperwork for that saying that I took it to Ford. I have the stock exhaust. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? So anyways, guys, so after I took it to Ford, they said that it's on a stock tune, but I'm having issues that I need your help on, so I'm going to show you guys what's exactly going on right now. So first, before everything, I'm going to show you guys a cold start because my audio went bad in the last video. So I wasn't able to show you guys how the stock exhaust actually sounds on these things. And personally, I didn't get the car with the stock exhaust, so I never actually heard what it sounds like. But I think you guys would be surprised at the difference that it makes to actually add Borla's either Stinger or Borla Tax. The stock exhaust is pretty quiet, so let me give you guys a cold start on the stock exhaust. So right off the bat, guys, when I posted that I got state ref, a bunch of people started hitting me up, DM messaged me on Instagram, telling me horror stories, pretty much telling me that some people took their car to Ford to get flashed and it wasn't done right, so they had to go back and they had to pay the fee all over again. So they ended up paying about $800. But I'm having a different issue that I'm gonna need your guys' help on. I am gonna open up the hood, show you guys what exactly you need to pass smog, all the parts that they're gonna look for, but much of it has to do with your readiness. So it's gonna help a lot if you have a OBD reader to connect to your ECU to make sure that your readiness is gonna be complete. So these are the things you're gonna be looking for. You're gonna go to your IM readiness. I'm trying to do this while looking at the screen here. So you're gonna click on the since DTS was clear. So this is where you're gonna see the readiness, guys. In California, it's the strictest, so you have to have all the readiness complete. You can't have, in some states, you're allowed to have two of the readiness incomplete, or other states you might not even need a smog. So in our state, you have to have your fuel monitoring, your, well, whatever you see that's on okay right now, plus the catalytic converter, the heated catalyst, the evap system, and then I'm gonna scroll down, and you're gonna have to have your oxygen sensors complete. I believe also your EGR system has to be complete. So as you can see, mine says NA, and that's where I need your guys' help. I don't know what that issue means. I don't know if it's not reading it right, but as you can see, I have two monitors that are saying okay. So that's the fuel system and the comp. And in the beginning of the video, I don't know if you guys saw a glitch. It changes some of the monitors to okay, and then it turns them off. I don't really know exactly what's going on. And I know some of you guys are gonna say, yeah, you have to drive it. I know I have to drive it. I drove this car for 4 years as my daily driver. I drive this car to San Francisco, back to in town. I didn't have 3 cars before. Now I have a daily driver, but this was my daily driver. So for the 4 years that I owned it, I probably put like 30,000 miles since I've owned the car, and the readiness is still not complete. So what I've done is I changed the O2 sensors. I put the new exhaust in. I unplugged the battery and plugged the battery back in to restart the monitor, and drove it that way. I saw online that you have to have more than 1/4 of the tank full, but less than 3/4 of the tank. And I've driven it like that. I've done everything you see on Google, the 45 to 55 to 65 miles consistently, and none of that works. It's just not reading. I have no trouble codes. I already checked the trouble codes. There's no trouble codes. I'm just lost, guys. Even Ford didn't know what to tell me. I took it to the small guy at Ford, and he said it should be ready. It should be reading. So that's the only reason I would fail smog at the ref, because that's not complete. As for the visual inspection, everything is good to go. I'm gonna open up the hood and show you guys now what exactly they'll look for. So let me pop the hood. All right, guys, so the first thing to pass visual inspection, you're gonna need a complete exhaust with catalytic converters. I don't know if it's 4 or 2. I can't remember exactly, but I got my stock exhaust from someone else. So for an intake, they're gonna hit you for an intake. You can't have an aftermarket intake and pass smog here in California, but there are things called EO numbers that are parts that have numbers like this. I'm not sure if this is necessarily the EO number for this, but there's parts that have EO numbers saying that California tested them and they are emissions friendly here in California, so you could use them. And so JLT luckily provides those EO numbers to the people that purchase their products, and most of their products do have a EO number. So what you do with that sticker is you just place it pretty much anywhere on your engine. You could place it right here or wherever. I have mine in my wallet. I haven't placed it yet because, as you could see, my engine's really dirty. Like I said, this was a daily driver before. It isn't anymore. Another thing is gonna be your EGR sensor, which I believe it's this. I'm not too sure, but I know this whole system right here has something to do with the EGR. Not really entirely sure what part. It might be that up there, don't really know. But pretty much if you have this whole harness here, you know that your EGR sensor hasn't been deleted. If this is all clean and there's nothing there for you, then your EGR is missing. The one thing that I do have aftermarket still is the pulley here, but I'm not too sure if they're gonna even go as far as to check the size of my pulley and to see if it's stock or not. I doubt it. But one thing I am gonna mention is don't go into boost when you have a smaller pulley and you're on a stock tune. You don't want to go into boost because obviously you have a smaller pulley. It's gonna be spinning faster and your engine's not calibrated for it with the tune. So don't go into boost. What else? I believe that's it, guys, for the visual part. So those are the things that the state ref is going to check for. Not a lot of things. So if you have the stock pulley, obviously you're going to want to put it on. I'm having trouble getting a hold of one myself, but I don't think that's what's causing the monitors not to read. Another thing I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to get in the car, turn it on, and show you guys the live data on the monitor. Hopefully one of you guys sees something that I don't. And let's look at the live data and see what it says while the car's on. It's already warming up, so that's one of the things that Google also said is you have to cold start your car and let it warm up. I've done that, but still no luck. Let's diagnose. No. Alright, so diagnosing, no codes, readiness, it says no for 2. I can't go in there and check for specific ones, but let's go to live data. So in fuel system 1 it says CLULT. I need to look that up to see if that's something that's messing with my readiness. But load percentage, it's about 14 to 15. ECT 81cc. Short FT1 1.6 to 0.8. Long FT1 3.1. I think it says to 5%. Let's scroll down to see what else. I think I went too far. Hold on one second. Okay guys, so here's my O2 sensors, I believe. And as you can see, it's actually reading in my live data. I don't know if those numbers mean anything. Yeah, fuel system, it says Spark 10.1, 21C. Alright guys, so that's the live data. Hopefully one of you guys could fill me in on something that I'm missing. I don't know how to read that live data, to be honest. I'm going to Google those things as soon as I get the chance. Hopefully I find something. So what I've read is that with some cars that are older, they could have a borderline issue that's in a gray area. but because the car is older, it can't figure out that there's an issue, so it won't throw a code, but at the same time your readiness won't turn on. So your car's smart enough to know that something's wrong, but dumb enough to not know what exactly it is. So I heard that's the reason that some cars might not get their readiness complete. I'm gonna check what the live data is. Make sure that it's in the right parameters, and hopefully that'll send me to the right direction. For example, if it's not getting the right voltage somewhere, I know that it's something to do with electrical. If the sensors are not reading correctly, maybe there's an exhaust leak, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to research the live data, but if anybody knows about any of what that means, go ahead, leave it in the comments below, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I'm just all about this money, I don't think about no thighs. Girl, you don't know about me, so get off my fucking D. Born and raised in the dot, this is real as you gon' see. Girl, you don't know about me, so get off my fucking D.